What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Oh, for fuck's sake, can you stop being so fucking blurry, man? Come on, man. Don't waste my time. But guys, we're back. Talk about Jake Paul again. The second video in a row, guys. The second video in a row. But yeah. But my last video was basically calling him a delusional twat because that's literally what he is. Because he thinks he could beat Anthony Joshua. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I just had to call it out. But yeah. But this video talk about like his career. Can you just stop glitching, man? You're ruining my video. But yeah, but we'll talk about this video. We'll talk about like his career in general because I've always defended Jake for the longest time, even though I'm not really a fan of his, really. But I have defended his boxing. His boxing, I've defended it a lot, but he's been doing things really like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like he's been doing things that I just don't agree with, like just making these weird call outs to like fucking Gervonta Davis, Canelo Alvarez, Joshua. It's kind of pissing me off because but why? Just why? Why do you want those fights? Like why would you want those fights this early in your career? You're still a novice, you're not fucking a world champion yet. You need to climb the ranks, you need to build your way up, not try and fight them straight away. You can't just go and fight Canelo Alvarez, Anthony Joshua, and fucking what's the other guy, Gervonta Davis, because you'll get absolutely sparked out and beaten up to a pole, to an absolute pole. Gervonta Davis, even if he's 200 pounds lighter, would dominate the fuck out of Jake Paul and beat the fucking shit out of him. Canelo would do the same thing. Canelo's only 34, he's not that old. He'd still beat up Jake Paul, even with like a 30-pound difference between them. He'd still beat up Jake Paul. And obviously, don't even let me get started on fucking Anthony Joshua, bro. He would absolutely, oh my god, he would kill, like literally kill Jake Paul in there. Like he would literally get arrested for manslaughter. He would literally get arrested for manslaughter if he fights Jake Paul, because he would absolutely kill him. Literally. So those are 3 fights that he's trying to get a fight with, like because he was gonna fight Canelo for May, but that fight got cancelled because Canelo went inside with Turkey, and now that he's on like a 4-fight deal, I think, yeah, 4-5 fight deal with Turkey in Saudi Arabia, having those Riyadh season fights. Fighting his next fight is in May, which is against, I don't even know who the fuck he's fighting, but yeah, it's crazy how no one calls out Canelo for trying to fight Jake Paul, a novice, but then they call out Jake Paul for fighting fucking MMA fighters when he's a novice. It doesn't make sense, but Canelo Alvarez, a world champion, called out, like Canelo Alvarez, a world champion boxer with many amateur fights, decades of experience. Yes, decades. Was trying to fight Jake Paul. Well, was considering fighting Jake Paul. Who's not even good. Like Jake Paul is not even good. Like Jake Paul would lose to like top 10, like top 15 cruiserweights. He would. He's not on that level yet. He's not on that level. He would get absolutely destroyed by top 15 cruiserweights. He would lose to even like heavyweights could still beat him, like top 15 like heavyweights, middleweights, literally any skilled boxer with tons of experience would beat Jake Paul in a boxing match. Because he's not good. I can't speak. I actually cannot even speak. But yeah. But like middleweights, like a top 15, top 30 middleweights, cruiserweights, lightweight, like light heavyweights, heavyweights definitely would beat Jake Paul in a box match because he's not even that good. He's very limited. Like he's very limited. Like he's very novicey. He makes novice mistakes. He makes amateur mistakes. He's still new to boxing. Like he's still a novice. He's still like what, 7 years into boxing. He started in 2018. He fought Deji in his first ever fight. Then he went and trained for years, and then now he's 10 fights in, 20, I think 10 fights in, 11 fights in, around there. But yeah, 12 fights, I think. Yeah, it was, if you count the Digi fight, which is an amateur fight. His only amateur fight, by the way. His only amateur fight. 12 fights he's had in total. He's only had 12 fights in total. Not even, because for someone like let's say someone like Vidal Riley's. Vidal Riley's like what? 11-0, 12-0? Yeah, 12-0. He's 12-0, but he's not had 12 fights only. Like he's had like many amateur fights as well. So he's had like, so I'd say roughly he's had about, I would say about hundreds of fights throughout his whole career in boxing. Since he started, he's had about hundreds of fights ever since. Like I'd say he's had like 60 amateur fights, and that's, I don't know, but he's had a lot. He's had a lot. So I can imagine he's had at least like, I'd say like 70 fights, 80 fights in his career in total. Throughout his whole career. But yeah, since he started boxing at the age of, I think it was 6, yeah. But Vidal Riley's a cruiserweight. He's Jake's size. I don't want to see that fight because I know Jake will get absolutely beaten up to a pole. He might not. He might honestly. I think he could. I think Jake Paul's durable enough to go the distance. But I don't think. But he definitely would not win. He definitely wouldn't come close to winning. He'd get absolutely dominated. Just my opinion. But yeah. Because Vidal Riley's, yes, he's good, but he's not like Canelo level. He's not like Anthony Joshua level. He's not like Gervonta Davis level. He's not like that skill. Like, he's skilled, but he's not like that amazing to the point where he'd absolutely flatten Jake Paul in a few seconds. He would. I think he'd probably do what he did to like Anis Taj and what's the other guy, Nathan Cortez, where he just beats them on a decision. I think Jake Paul's proven to have a pretty decent chin. I think he can maybe be durable. I think he can maybe be durable enough to go the distance, in my opinion. But he would in no way win that fight though. But he would be durable enough to go the distance, but he wouldn't win that fight, in my opinion. In any way, he get absolutely dominated every single round, in my opinion. He's just not ready yet for that type of fight. I don't know why everyone says that's who he should be fighting. You know, he's a novice. He started boxing 7 years ago. He wants to be fighting fucking top 15 cruiserweights who were like fucking hundreds of fights of experience, boxing for decades. He's not going to fight those guys, and he should not be fighting those guys at this stage of his career. He should be fighting journeymen, and slowly climbing his way up the ranks. And then eventually, when he's ready, he can start fighting like top 15 cruiserweights and stuff like that. And then maybe he can go to the world champions like Canelo and Jai Bhatia, the type of fights when he's ready. Not now, but when he's ready for those fights. But yeah, but right now he's nowhere near ready for those guys. He's nowhere near ready to fight Gervonta Davis. He's nowhere near ready to fight Canelo. He's nowhere near ready to fight AJ. Or what's the other guy he was planning on fighting that I remember? I think there was someone else he was planning on fighting as well. I think there was another boxer. I think it was like, I can't remember his name. I think there was someone else though. I think there was, but I can't remember. Fuck, so I can't remember, but was it that Artur Betev? No, Artur Betev called Jake. Ugh, fuck's sake. But yeah, but he's nowhere ready to fight Artur. He's nowhere near ready to fight Artur Betev. He's nowhere near ready to fight fucking what's their name? Daniel Dubois, the guy that called out Jake Paul after he beat Mike Tyson. I think, did he call him out or did Jake call him out? I don't know, but I think it was Daniel Dubois' promoter. Maybe might have been him himself. Daniel Dubois' promoter, Daniel Dubois himself. I think it was Daniel Dubois. I think it was Daniel Dubois himself that called out Jake Paul after he beat Mike Tyson and said, "I'd fight him." And Daniel Dubois is a heavyweight and he destroyed AJ. He would destroy Jake Paul. So Daniel Dubois, it's not even a question. He'd absolutely slaughter Jake. Like, he'd slaughter him in seconds. I'm telling you. Even he's saying like 20 seconds would be generous. He'd get absolutely slaughtered in like 15 seconds. Like, he'd get absolutely killed. But the first punch he lands to Jake Paul's jaw would have him like stumbling like crazy, because one, there's a big difference in weight. Jake Paul fought his last fight 227, but he's not naturally 227. He could actually make about 185. Okay, maybe like 190 or something like that, but he can actually make like 195, 190 around there. He's not a natural like 230 guy. He's not that big. He's a lot of it's fat. A lot of it. He's not a 227 guy. He may weigh like 200 outside the ring, but he's not like a natural heavyweight in the ring. Like, he's not naturally like a muscular, big. He's big, but he's not big as in like he's muscle. He's bone. Like, he's ripped. It's just a lot of like body fat. He can actually make I'd say about 190, 195. I mean, he's fought that weight in the past when he started his career out. When he fought guys like Gabe, Nate Robinson, Ben Askren. He looks a lot slimmer there. And that was at 190. He looks a lot slimmer. He looked more in shape and looked more like ripped when he was fighting those guys back in the day when he started out his career, when he was like a novice, like a pure novice. You had like 2-3 years of experience, and he was fighting guys like Ben Askren, and he looked a lot slimmer there and looked in better shape there than he does now. Now he looks a bit fat. It looks a bit weird. When you look at his body, because he's big, but he's not like big as in muscular. He's big as in like he's carrying a lot of body fat. Like, he's carrying a lot of body fat that, you know, yeah. He's carrying a lot of body fat. So Daniel Dubois would absolutely destroy Jake Paul, because one, he's a natural heavyweight and he's much bigger than Jake Paul. He's taller in inches. Even Francis Ngannou, I mean, he got absolutely destroyed by AJ, but I think he still kills Jake Paul, mainly because of the size difference, mainly because of that, because Francis Ngannou's a natural like 260, 275, could probably make like 300 pounds, maybe, and it could probably be of muscle. He could probably make like 290 pounds of pure muscle, like bone, like ripped, big as fuck. He could make like 290 pounds. Jake Paul can't even make 230. Jake Paul can't even make 230 without being fat. Like he looks absolutely like he didn't look like he belonged at 227 when he fought Mike Tyson. He looked like he was definitely blown up at that weight. You know, he's not his natural weight is like 200 and below. He's never fought at 227, 230. He's never fought at those weights. His natural weight is 200 and below. So 200 and below, which is cruiserweight. He's never fought at heavyweight at all, really. And that was his first fight. He looked. I actually thought that was his best performance, in my opinion. But he definitely could have been better if he was a bit lighter, because he looked slow at times. But yeah, now it's against Mike Tyson. He was older, but I think Mike Tyson. Honestly, everyone says Mike Tyson was carried. I don't believe that. I think Mike Tyson stood his ground. I mean, he took like a load of shots by Jake Paul. Like, he was taking a lot of shots to the chin, the head. At those points where Jake Paul threw like a 3-punch combination, and almost every punch would land, and they didn't do that much damage to Mike, really. And Mike was slipping a lot of his shots. Let's not forget that he was slipping a lot of his shots. From round 1 to round 8, he was slipping a lot. That's why Jake wasn't able to knock him out, because he was missing a lot of his punches. And even when he did land, a lot of them would just scrape his like face. Like, I think there was one shot that he landed. I think it was like he threw like a jab to the body, like a hook to the body, and then came with the right hand. And the right hand literally just scraped his nose. It didn't even hit him clean on the jaw. It literally scraped his nose. It literally just like did this, like went past his nose. Like, literally, he threw a shot to the body, came with the right hand, and it literally just touched his nose. It didn't even hit him clean on the jaw or anywhere. It just touched his nose. Like, it just flew by his nose. Like, it touched him a little bit, but it didn't do any type of significant damage to really buzz him and have him like stunned a bit. Like, he literally took it. It literally just scraped his face, and he didn't react. He didn't look like he was hurt at all. He looked pretty fine, and he was taking a lot of shots similar to that, because Jake wasn't able to hit him clean, because Mike, even at 58 years old, damn near 60, even at 58 was able to dodge a lot of his punches. And even when he was getting hit, he still was able to make Jake not land that significantly. Jake was still not really landing that many significant shots. He was still like slapping him. He was landing slappy shots, and he was still like just about like he was barely landing. Like, he would literally hit him, and the punches would just like scrape past his jaw. They wouldn't like land clean, like flush. They'd just like scrape past his jaw like that, or on his nose, or anywhere. Or you throw a jab, and the jab would barely land. They would just like do this. Like, he would literally just touch his head, and it wouldn't do anything. Like, he would just scrape past his head like this. Literally, you throw a jab, and it would just like go like this. It wouldn't even land like clean. Like it wouldn't even land like clean in the face. It would just like scrape past his cheek like this, like that, and it did nothing. Mike, even at 58, has amazing head movement, has amazing, defenses and responsibilities. Like, he's still durable. Put Mike Tyson with their, like, honestly, oh my fucking god, man. Oh my fucking god, I can't speak. Let's start again. Put Mike Tyson against fucking Anison Gibb, Slim, Anthony Taylor, King Kenny, Deji, definitely. Put him in there against Deji. Let's see how he looks against fucking Mike Tyson. Put him in there against really majority of them. I'd say like FaZe Jarvis, Mini Con. What's the other guy's name? I forgot his name. Fucking hell. Wait, what's the other guy's name? Ashley Ratsu. Put him against like every single guy that I just named right there. Put Mike Tyson against those guys, because I'm telling you, he would knock all of them out, because he's sure that at 58, he still got decent power. Like, those points where he'd land like a clean hook on Jake's jaw. Like, there was a point where he would land like a counter hook, and he would land clean on Jake's jaw, and he'd make his head like probably like snap back, like. There's a point in, like, I think it was round 7 where he landed a clean shot. Like, it literally punched him so hard that his like his head like this. Like, his brain literally buzzed like that. Like, he was proper stuff. He said he didn't hurt me. Shut the fuck up, Jake Paul. I'm starting to lose respect for you, because you're actually becoming more and more ignorant, arrogant through the days, in my opinion. You become a lot more arrogant throughout the days. You definitely felt some power there, Jake. You definitely felt some power. He literally landed a clean jab on you round 1, and it had you like stumble all the way back, like all the way back to the ropes. Like, all the way back to the ropes. He literally landed a jab. A jab was enough to make you go all the way back to the ropes. in round 5 when he landed that clean left hook, it made your head probably like snap back a bit. Literally. Imagine if landed on. Oh my god. Imagine if Mike Tyson landed that on fucking Anison Gibb. Imagine if Mike Tyson landed that on fucking Anison Gibb. Anison Gibb would. I think he'd get knocked out because Anison Gibb's not really shown. I mean, Anison Gibb's known to have a pretty weak chin. I mean, he was taking some shots from Slim, but like Slim is like skinny as fuck. Like he's not that powerful. Like he's. I think Mike Tyson at 58 is way more powerful than. I think Mike Tyson at 58 is way more powerful than Slim, even though he's much younger and he's athletic, but Slim. So yes, Gibb ate some shots from Slim, but I'd be really going to compare Slim's power to Tyson's power. Even at 58, I think he has way more power than Slim. I'm sorry, he just does. Look at the Jake Paul fight. Look at the shots he was landing. He was barely landing. He landed like, what, 20 shots? Barely landed. But when he did land, it was clean. Every time he landed a punch, it was clean shots. It wasn't like slappy punches, like arm punches. They were clean shots that landed like flush on his jaw, his face, everywhere. His body. Clean flush shots. But every time he landed on Jake, they were always clean shots. They weren't like slappy arm punches where they just about scraped his face like Jake was doing. They were clean shots. From round 1 to round 8, he was landing only clean shots. Even though he was barely landing, he was still throwing a lot and he was still landing clean shots throughout the whole fight. Every shot was clean. Every shot had intense power behind it. Unfortunately, they weren't enough to put Jake down, but like, I think there'll be enough to put Anison Gibb down because Anison Gibb's shown to have a pretty weak chin. Literally, just pressure him more and you could probably get him out of there if you have power. But yeah, Slim, I think he could definitely do it. I mean, the weight difference is crazy. I mean, the weight difference automatically tells me that he would get absolutely destroyed by Mike Tyson, even at his old age, in my opinion. I've been here for way too long. I need to actually end the video now because I've been rambling for way too long. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's back. It's great to be back on YouTube. I've been very inconsistent, but we're back making videos again for you guys. We're back. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you inside peace. This is just a little video talking about Jake Paul and the disappointment of his career because he hasn't had a fight since like what, November, and he's not really trying to get a fight. He's just talking shit online, saying I could beat Anthony Joshua, I could beat Canelo Alvarez, I could beat Gervonta Davis, I could beat fucking Artur Daniel Dubois. I could beat these real legit boxers. I don't know why I did this. They are real legit boxers. Well, I'm a fucking idiot. They are real legit boxers. They're not. Why the fuck did I do this? But yeah, this is a video of me just ranting about Jake Paul's career because I've defended him, but he's kind of been disappointing me recently because he's been making these weird, bizarre call-outs, like calling out fucking Canelo, calling out Gervonta Davis, calling out Anthony Joshua, and then saying you can beat them. It's kind of pissing me off because it's like, Jake, don't fight these guys. Stay on your level. There's other big fights out there that you can make right now. KSI, Tommy Fury, Darren Till, Chavez Jr. Like, there's many fights you can make right now that would still do decent numbers. That would actually be competitive because you find Canelo wouldn't be competitive. You get absolutely destroyed by Canelo Alvarez. You find Gervonta Davis, again, wouldn't be competitive. I think maybe the weight difference might stop Gervonta Davis from knocking him out, but he would still beat Jake Paul skill-wise. He's way better of a boxer. He would still dominate Jake Paul. So that's not competitive at all. So don't take that fight, Jake. Do not take Canelo. Definitely do not take Anthony Joshua. Do not take that fight at all. I wouldn't even consider it in like 20 years, honestly. Do not take that fight. Do not take that fight, honestly. You're going to get yourself seriously hurt, bro. I heard they're going to do it in like 2026. Bro, do not take that fight. You're going to get absolutely clowned on if you get knocked out cold. You get clowned if you get knocked out cold by Canelo Alvarez because you've been talking shit to oh my god, you've been talking shit to Canelo Alvarez for years. So if you get sparked out by him, which it's really up to Canelo because it's really up to Canelo because he could knock you out at any moment. He could literally carry you if he wanted to. He could literally carry you to a decision. He could if he wanted to, or he can knock you out and embarrass you, which I think he'd want to do because he doesn't really like you. But yeah, I think he'd want to do that because he doesn't really like you. You make videos being all arrogant and cocky, trying to fight him, trying to belittle him. He's probably gonna wanna hurt you, and he can. He's definitely capable of it. Even at 54, where the fuck did that come from? 34, I meant. He's still very much capable at 34 years old to knock you to spark out, or just toy with you, really. Either toy with you or knock you out. He can toy with you, he can play with you, he can outbox you and win on decision, but carry you to the decision, or he can knock you out, which he can. He can. So Jake, do not take those fights just yet. Stick to fighting guys on your level. Fight guys on your level. Don't fight these big name boxers just yet. Fight guys on your level. There's still massive fights that are competitive. Tommy Fury, you should be getting that rematch before you think about calling out fucking Gervonta Davis. You should be calling out KSI. That fight's been hyped up for years. Go fight KSI. You should be fighting fucking what's the Darren Till. Darren Till. Yes, he's got 2 boxing matches now. He's a good boxer. Go fight Darren Till. I think you have things that can be an advantage against Darren Till, and he's got things that could be an advantage against you. But yeah, but I'm gonna end it here, guys. I've been rambling for way too long. It's been the longest video I've made in a while. I've made a video this long in a while. But we're back, guys. I'm gonna be posting more regularly throughout the weeks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is like peace out. But yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace out. Bye. God.